Oh, look how thick that is. Look at that. That's all meat. It's all meat. Right, okay, we got the wind not on our backs, it's blowing everything all over the place. We've got a bit of a roof there rattling. We've got some bins at the side here. We're at Hooked on the Heath, or Hooked Fish and Chips. Now, if you do a search, you'll search for Hooked on the Heath. And we're in Knutsford. So, straight off the bat, the place was spotless. We've got car parking spaces at the back here, and there's 3 on this side. If you go around the back, you're actually close to the pub with bowling greens and whatnot. So, you know, you've got it all here. There's a big park just opposite as well and down the road. And we're in an ideal location. You access the shop from the road. There's no real parking on the road. You can park on it, but it's quite tight because you've got a bit of a two-way, but it's got a great car park around the back. And the entrance to the car park is really close to the pub, just in the walls. But anyway, shop's spotless. Everyone's smiling and friendly and well set out. It's modern. Love the packaging. I love it when anybody gets, or can afford, I should say, to be able to put their logo and everything else on the packaging. And it's all paper and cardboard, which is always good. So let's just see what we've got. Right, okay, we've got tartar sauce, we've got mushy peas, we've got cod and chips. So a slice of lemon there then. We've got an in-house meat and potato pie. If there's anything in-house going, I get it. I won't be getting like the pucker pies and things like that because you don't do them once, can't you? Right, okay, we've also got, it's loaded chicken, and there's obviously chips underneath there. And it's got a garlic mayonnaise on there. That's spicy. Now, I don't know whether they make these bits in the shop. So yeah, it's the peri-peri chicken. We'll just close that up for a minute. And there's some weight in it. Right, so we've got the cod and chips. Well, that's certainly well set out. I'm going to go straight onto these chips here. I like them like that. Mmm. Fabulous, fabulous chips. Let's get a squeeze of lemon on there. Look at that. Parsley going on as well. Can't argue. So again, I'm still going for one of these. These chips are absolutely delicious, you know. Absolutely fun. Look at them. They break away perfectly. Nice crispy outside. And the way it just sort of breaks apart on you, know, just absolutely gorgeous they are. Let's get some sausage on here. And some more salt. But it stick to that vinegar. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this fish in half. And we're going to go for it. Oh, look how thick that is. Look at that. That's all meat. It's all meat. The freshness, you can taste it, you smell it. It's absolutely spot on. And that batter, just go for this batter at the other end here. So all the vinegars run underneath it. That's some of the best fish I've had in a while. So it's pretty busy here. We've got planes going over it every few minutes because we're close to Manchester Airport. So I keep sort of shutting it down. You'll see a join in the video. A lot of vehicles. We've got vehicles in the car park. There's a main road nearby. But I'll tell you what, this is some absolutely incredible fish. Not to forget their in-house tartar sauce. Like I said a minute ago, if anything in-house going, I'm on it. I am in my element. Now, Knutsford is quite an upmarket town. Let's have a look at these mushy peas. They're still a bit loose for my liking. But what a fabulous taste. I never fail. I never ever fail. You know that pea and ham taste you get with a couple of days old pea soup? That's the kind of thing I'm getting from it. Absolutely incredible. And I love the touch of lemon with the parsley. In-house meat and potato pie. You know, I feel really chilled. I'm probably coming over quite chilled and relaxed today. It's just a beautiful day. And yeah, and I just feel relaxed. I think I'll go for a walk in a minute. Look at that. And that weighs a ton. And that's a suet-based pastry, which I always love. You can usually tell that because of the dark colour to it and that pudding kind of look to it. And it holds on to the fat. That's a good fat. I get some of this from in here. Oh, there's plenty going on. Do you remember, not that long ago, when you couldn't call your standard meat potato pie a meat potato pie? You could only call it potato and meat pie because there was more potato than meat. Well, what we've got here is a meat and potato pie. So if anything, probably had a few extra minutes, the pie, on the pastry side. And it's a little bit dry in that way. The base will be fine, but round the top, it's got real crunch and it's a bit of a bite. So yeah, you can just see how it's caught a bit of the heat there on the edge. My wife's gone off with the rest of that top. She loves the crunchy bit. Take a bit of this pastry from underneath. There's a sweetness to the pie. Doesn't not look like your standard meat and potato pie, which is mostly white with a little bit of mincing most of the time these days. Back to the computer, look at a few reviews, look at a low one somewhere in the middle, a high one, and then mine. See you there. Yeah, so Knutsford's such a lovely place, and the Chippy's a fantastic chippy. It's a shame for me, it was just let down in a couple of areas, and one of them was obviously pie, which was burnt round the top, and on that puff pastry, the pastry base was fine. The interior was a little bit dry. It was okay in places, but around the edge and again at the top, it was a little bit burnt. Then there's the peri-peri loaded chicken chips. Well, I mean, they were very bare bones. I mean, you had the chips, which were great chips, fabulous chips, but then you had the shredded chicken on top of that, and then a bit of a squirt of like a garlic mayo. You know, that when you say loaded, there's normally all kinds of other bits and bobs going on, or at least sort of a mix on the top. But it was quite bare bones, and I don't know whether they made those. And the mushy pea is just a little bit loose for me. But let's have a look at some of the reviews. And by the way, that fish was incredible. You know, if I'm passing there again, I'd go in for fish and chips. That fish, or even just the fish. 1 star, chips and gravy in a cardboard box. I've got 3rd-degree burns on both my legs. Now, I'd imagine that being a bit a lot of an exaggeration, but his point would have been taken probably. 3 star, generally speaking, bang average when the price is not considered. Average poor when it is. Fish and chips with a can of pop will set you back 12 quid. If you're fancying peas or gravy, add an extra £1.80. Unfortunately, it is the only show in town, so I do return here. 5 star, we were hungry, needed to break our journey, fancied fish and chips. Time for Google. Excellent choice, Google. We pulled up right outside, quite a queue, but I sent in the hubby. Many customers were phone customers and so popped in and out. Rather than eat in the car, we sat outside on the 2 tables provided in front of the shop till the rain came. No worries, they have a breakfast bar inside. Wonderful fish and chips, beautifully wrapped and attentive staff. Mine, 4 star, Situated in the lovely market town of Knutsford in Cheshire, Hooked is nicely positioned, with a park nearby for a stroll and around 5 dedicated parking spaces to the rear of the shop, where I carried out the review. Upon entering, the shop was bright, clean and modern, with helpful and polite staff. It was easy to see the pride in the business. The food overall was delicious. The cod was a good size and thickness, white and fresh, with a subtle, sweet taste. The chips were well sized and thick, with a light, crispy exterior and a soft but not too soft interior. The fish and chips were served with a full round of lemon, sprinkled with fresh parsley. The in-house tartar sauce was smooth in texture with a delicious tangy taste. The mushy peas could have been a little thicker, but they had a wonderful flavour. The peri-peri chicken-loaded chips were well presented, with a simple structure and a drizzle of garlic mayonnaise. The chips were great, and the shredded chicken was spicy. The in-house meat and potato pie was thick and packed with meat and vegetables, though a short cook time would have prevented it from being overdone, burnt and dry in places. Cooking in. Palm oil. Hygiene rating 5. Card or cash. Fish reviewed. Cod. So yeah, it was a lovely shop. Really was. Pleasant staff. Great. Couldn't fault that. If I'm ever in the town, yeah, I'll probably pop in and grab myself a fish and chips, I think. So, see you on the next one.
Oh, na na na, it's the Chippy Tour, cruising the coast, can't ignore. With every bite, I'm loving it more. Saving the chippies, that's what I'm for. Yo, I hit the road, got salt in my veins. From London to Scotland, through sunshine and rain. Fish and chips in my hand, it's a noble quest. Supporting the classics, yeah, I'm doing my best. Met a bloke in Troon with a tempura squid. A castle in Wales where I had my bid. From mushy peas to battered Mars bar. A culinary Johnny, I'm a food rock star. I'm the Chippy Tour, tasting it all. Beef fritter scraps, yeah, I answer the call. Savory scallops, deep fried dreams, keeping chippies alive, that's my team. Biggest fish, battered sausage on a roll. Fish cakes so good they'll nourish your soul. Squid so crispy, prawns in a crunch.